Welcome back, guys, to Tim's Adventures. In this episode, we're getting the transfer case off the transmission and just going over a bit of the wiring. So what we did is we cut all the ends off this wiring. This is all for the engine. And so all we need to do is trace all these wires and pull them all out. We don't need any of them. The only ones we need are these two, because they're the power wires that feed all the lights and everything on the inside. So we just need to keep those two. Everything else is going by. So we're going to just start taking off the transfer case from the transmission. So we just need to undo all the bolts that run across this line here. Just gonna pry it apart and watch it hit the floor. Apart, not together. Doesn't help that it's on wheels. And we've got a lot of oil coming out. Well, there goes all the oil. That's great. There she is. Leaking all its oil. Now, I want to get some rags. Alright, so now we've got the transfer case off. Now we just need to get the two bolts for this cross member. There's one here, then one in that hole. And then we can get the mounts off the actual transmissions. Two bolts on this side, two bolts on that side. This is actually the exhaust mount. I think that's everything we need off this transmission. In the RD28, these are the cross-member bolts. It's actually on the transmission. When you're bolting an LS, which is an LS1, into the control, the transmission is too short, so you can't bolt it off that. So, from Mark's Adapters, bought a kit that comes with this guy and a lot of other stuff. And them 4-bolt holes there are the actual mounts for that cross member. This flange bolts up to this guy, and this 4-bolt flange bolts up to the back of that 4L60E, which also has a plate on the back that went from the 6-bolt to the 4-bolt. And then this is where your shifter for the high and low goes. And then I think it also has a speed sensor or something on this side. Some sensor on this side. We started on doing some wiring. We ended up pulling the whole harness into the car. So this is actually the harness from outside, most of it. It's more down that end. This is more inside. This is what's really left of the outside harness with a few relays and stuff left on it. A little bit of a mess going on in here. I think we've gotten most of the stuff out of it we need to. So it's more just retaping it all up and then getting the new harness, or the harness from the Commodore, which is over here. So you need to get this harness and start doing the same thing. I don't know if you can even see it, but in that milk crate there's the whole harness. We still need to rip all the headlights and everything out of that harness we don't need, and then we can put it in here. See where everything's going. We also want to mount the ECU inside. Unfortunately, we don't know if there's much room. Got the heater boxes and everything here, so maybe somewhere up under there on that side there'll be room for the ECU for the computer, just because I've already flooded this car twice. It's probably going to happen again. So we want it inside and up high is the idea. That's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.